Hello everybody, my name is Miss Viva, and thank you for joining me today for VisArts Story Time with Miss Viva. And today we're going to read a story, and then afterwards we're going to do some art that's based off of the story we read. So, reach up, get your sticky glue and put it down in front of you. Can you open it up? Stick your hands inside. Ugh, it's sticky. Put it on your tail feather and say, stick, stick, stuck. Open up your watching eyes. Open up your listening ears. Zip up those lips. But don't lose the key. Put it in your pocket for later. It's time for today's story. Today's story is Old Bear by Kevin Henkes. So the story's going to be about a little bear. Let's see what happens in the story. There's the bear. Say hello, bear. By the time Old Bear fell asleep for the winter, it was snowing hard. Wow, look at all that snow coming down. Bears like to sleep for the winter time. Soon, Bear was dreaming. Good night, Bear. Look at all those colors. He dreamed that spring had come and that he was a baby cub again. Oh, he wants to be a little baby bear. The flowers were as big as trees. He took a nap in a pink crocus. Then he dreamed that it was summertime. The sun was made of a daisy. And the leaves were all butterflies. If you look closely, you can see they look like trees or bushes. They're really green butterflies flying by. Part of the sky was clouded over, and it was raining blueberries. Colors have changed. Next, Bear dreamed of autumn or fall time. Everything was yellow and orange and brown, even the birds and the fish and the water. And you can see Bear over here. He's climbing a tree. This one is my favorite season. After that, Bear dreamed that winter was back. The world was covered in ice. It was night, and the sky above was blazing with stars of all different colors. Wow, rainbow stars. That's so cool. The cold went on for forever. And there's Bear sleeping. Old Bear slept and dreamed and slept. Is Old Bear still sleeping? I think he's starting to wake up. When he finally woke up, it seemed to him that no time had passed since he had fallen asleep. He yawned. And he stretched. Say good morning, Bear. Now his eyes are wide open. He's super awake now. He poked his head out of his den to see if it was still snowing. He blinked. And then he blinked again. And when Old Bear walked out into the beautiful spring day, it took him a minute to realize that he wasn't dreaming anymore. So Old Bear slept through the whole winter, and he woke up in time for the flowers in springtime. Which one is your favorite flower? Do you see any other animals with Old Bear? Maybe some flying? Thank you for being such great listeners today. Just like Old Bear in the story, I love flowers. So today, we're going to do an art project to make some flowers. Now we'll be drawing, so you can use any drawing materials that you have at home. You'll need a piece of paper, and I've got a few, pens, markers, or pencils, crayons, whatever you like to color with. Now, if you have the option to have different colors, go ahead and grab some that you would like to make into flowers. But if you only have one color, that's okay too. We can totally still doodle some flowers. Okay, so make sure you have your paper ready and your markers, pencils, crayons, pens, colored pencils, whatever you'd like to use today, whatever you have is fine. And we're gonna just draw a couple different flowers today. And we might even draw some of the flowers we saw in our story. So let's go ahead and start with the stem of the flower. And so I've got green, and I'm gonna start by just drawing a line. And it can be not straight if you'd like. Plants don't always just go straight up into the sky. And I'm even gonna give another stem because I'm gonna have two flowers really close to each other today, I'd like. And then from here, we can even add little leaves. So on your line, you can make a little leaf shape. I kind of do it like a football shape, but honestly, you can do it any kind of shape to make your leaves. I'm even gonna have two right next to each other. Now, if you have a color you'd like your flower to be, go ahead and grab that color. I'm gonna do blue for my first one. And this flower is gonna be just like a tulip. A tulip is very simple to draw. The first thing we're gonna do is put like a letter U on top of our stem. So it's like a round shape that's a little stretched out on the top. Now, I like to take the top of the flower and you're just gonna bring it down to the middle. Kind of like a little rainbow shape going from the top to the bottom. And it's okay if your flower doesn't look like mine. Maybe you're drawing a different kind of flower. Or maybe you're giving your flower a very special, unique take. Now from this top of the flower, I'm also gonna bring the line, the little rainbow shape coming down. And to finish my tulip, I'm gonna put a little hat on it, kind of like a birthday party hat. It's like an upside down letter V, and it makes a nice little tulip shape. Let's do another tulip. I'm gonna do it in a different color this time. Same shape, different color. So we get a chance to practice this beautiful tulip. And if you wanna do a different flower, that's okay too. We all can plant our own garden today. Okay, so we start on the top of the flower, or the top of the stem, making our letter U shape. Now we're gonna start at one of the tops here, and we're gonna make a little rainbow going down into the middle of it. And I'm gonna take the top of the other side and do the same thing, bring a little rainbow shape coming down into the middle. And to give the last petal This is kind of like the petal that's hiding behind these front two ones. Just give it a little party hat. What beautiful tulips we made. The next flower we're gonna make is called a crocus, and that's the flower that old bear was sleeping in our story time. So I'm getting another green color. And I'm gonna use my green to make kind of a bigger stem than the last one. So I'm gonna do my stem coming up. And we're actually gonna put another side onto it. So see if you can do another line just like that next to it. And that's our big fat stem for the flower. This kind of flower has different leaves. So for my leaves, I'm gonna make them really long, coming up and off of the stem. And you can put as many as you want. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Whatever you'd like. Now, for our crocus, I'm gonna use pink. Just like how old bear slept in that big pink crocus in the flower, in the story. And what's great about this is it's kind of a little bit more free form. So what we do to make our crocus is we're gonna do long oval shapes. And you can do as many as you want coming out of the top here. And if you want, you can make them really thick, or you can make them thin. And if you're feeling extra tricky, you can even have some of those petals from behind the front petals poking out from behind. Oh, it's beautiful. To finish my beautiful flower drawing today, I'm gonna put in some grass. So I got a new green color I'm gonna use. Again, you can use whatever you have, crayons, pencils. And I'm gonna start by putting some long lines, and they don't have to be straight lines. They can be even swervy. And I'm putting them at the base of the flowers. And that's the grass where the flower is growing. And if you want, you can make some longer ones. You can keep them all nice and short. And today, we made beautiful tulips and a beautiful crocus, just like in Old Bear's story, with our beautiful tulips and the beautiful crocus. Thank you so much for joining me today for VisArts Story Time with Miss Viva. See you next time.